great approach. That means the gist is that we have to make a career path for each and
Correct.
every employee who are joining to the organization. Okay, great.
Yes. I believe what we have inculcated from years from now, and I have learned from big fat organizations is see, creating value in an employee or candidate's mindset is very important. So, for example, I have joined an organization, and if I'm, inducted for 3 whole days or 7 whole days, I will have an impression that, oh, this is a great organization because induction mein hi, they took 7 days, 4 days, 5 days of time, and that to know the organization I'm given 7 8 days of time. So when induction is a little longer, they will value it more because today's generation, yes, as you said, they do not want to follow any code of conduct or any dress code, or they want work from home.
So,
Sure.
are we ready for workforce for tomorrow? So, hi, welcome to once again our next episode of podcast Infinity Threads. I'm your host Meenu Churiwal. So, I am getting lots of messages from my HR community that I should drag today's topic in the podcast, that the challenges which we are facing to hiring and training of new generations. So for we will take dive on this. So today we have with us Bhumi Trivedi with us, and she is HR professional. Throughout her experience in HR, she is we can say a people person. You can say she is training and helping the employees in onboarding process and employee retention. She has worked, and she is a psychology graduate as well as. So, Bhumi, we will love to hear from you. So just give us a little intro about you.
Sure. Hi, Mino. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful podcast of yours. I was really excited to be a part of this. And hello, everyone. My name is Bhumika, and I have completed almost 15 years, 14, 15 years into industry of HR and other aspects. So just exploring the world and entrepreneurs around and knowing people, and I'm just trying to be a big people's person there.
Thank you, Bhumi. So, today, Bhumi, my first question will be that how are young employees is different from the old one? What do you feel?
What I have seen, Minu, is people today, especially the Gen Z that we are talking about, they have a different mindset. They have very short-term goals in their life. They only want money everywhere, and then they will jump to other organization if they get good offers. So when I talk about the young generation today, they are no different from us for sure. The only thing is their long-term goal and their long-term vision is very short, because of the social
Everything
media
they need
and that we're
fast,
working.
fast.
And yes, exactly, and they change very fast. Actually, what happens is they do not understand that being with an organization for long term is going to help the organization and themselves as well.
Lots of people, I think like this, that if you are working in one company more than 5 years, then your growth is stuck, and might be you have nothing to do something else. That's why still you are in the company. What do you think? How being an HR person, how you think that? What is your idea about it?
That's a great question, actually. What happens is, the entrepreneurs sometimes, or the bosses and the owners sometimes, do not have the vision of how to carry forward, and do not have the career path basically for an employee when an employee joins the organization. So, what happens is, I, being an HR, and in fact, I, urge every HR to do this, that you should be the one to, design the career path for each employee that has joined the organization, because it is our humble responsibility and due responsibility to do the same. Also enlighten the entrepreneur, and because we are the bridge between the employees and the management, So we are supposed to enlighten the management, saying that this is how we are going to carry forward this employee from here to here. And when we show them this path, they are really integrated with the organization. They become an integral part of the organization, and they know that, I'm not going to get lost anywhere. I'm not going to get stuck. And also knowing that we are in a cutthroat competition today, we know that our competitors are any day going to take our employees with, higher package. So why not we only engage them so much that, they do not go anywhere, they don't leave us.
Great approach. That means the gist is that we have to make a career path for each and
Correct.
every employee who are joining to the organization. Okay, great.
Yes.
And what expectation you think that a new coming generation they are carrying with them for the new job, that they will work for very less hours whenever they want, they will come to the office, they will not going to follow any dress code or whatever they want to do. There is they don't want to follow the discipline policy of the hospital. The basic trend is now that they nowadays uh in this internet era, they prefer work from home, they doesn't want to go out. So this type of mindset, do you think that matlab, how we can, being an HR person, how it is difficult for an HR to train such employee or hire such employee? So induction process, onboarding process, it is a difficult or it is a challenge, or we can do it with a very smart process. So what is your idea about it?
I believe what we have inculcated from years from now, and I have learned from big fat organizations is, see, creating value in an employee or candidate's mindset is very important. So, for example, I have joined an organization, and if I'm, inducted for 3 whole days or 7 whole days, I will have an impression that, oh, this is a great organization because induction mein hi, they took 7 days, 4 days, 5 days of time, and that, to know the organization, I'm given 7 8 days of time. So when induction is a little longer, they will value it more, because today's generation, yes, as you said, they do not want to follow any code of conduct or any dress code, or they want work from home. It is only because they does not understand how working in a team, working in a work environment is so important. So, first, we create a great work environment for them. We have certain organizations and certifications, if you know, Great Place to Work and other places where we can get certified. But again, when the management decides to, make the employee experience such a great place to actually be involved with, they will actually understand that, okay, this is a great organization. The valuation would be number one, tick mark done. The checklist would be done that the place is really great to work with. Second, they will value the organization because we've taken long induction. Third, what we can do is, whenever we introduce our policies to them, we make sure that, the clarity of how the dress code is to be done with this organization happens clearly. Even if the employee size is very small, that does not matter actually. What happens eventually through the time is, they will really understand after months and months of their contribution that, okay, I am supposed to do, and this is what it takes for me to be the part of this organization. And again, additionally, giving career path to them is going to help them to understand that, okay, now I'm going to be a manager for here, then I'm going to be a senior manager, or maybe I'm going to be a nurse, and then I'm going to be a senior nurse, and then a medical officer, and this is how my career is going to go from here to here. So the valuation of the organization really, makes a great impact on any employer candidate's mindset.
Okay, so you mean to say that the induction process is the main thing whenever the
Hmm.
employee entered into the organization, the
Correct.
induction process should be in a very organized manner with a proper
Hmm.
checklist to be followed, that that
Correct.
organization is taking care of your each and everything, you are secure and safe
Yes.
in the organization, and this is the
Yes.
your career path. If you follow this career path with the with the organization discipline, policy or anything, you will be safe here and your growth is here. If you can show the path to them, then it is very easy to put a new
Correct.
generation in the organization for a long time.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because that's the new idea. The generation is new. We also need to be, Gen Z sometimes to accommodate them and acquaint them with us.
And it is also seen that one employee is doing very well in one company. Okay. But
Correct.
he or she is struggling in another company when he change or she change. What do you think? What is the difference? Is this a mindset or this is the culture of the company?
Again, the great question that I have recently noticed is, for example, if I'm an experienced professional and if I change my organization from A to B, of course, I'm going to have my expectations and perception built about the B organization that I'm joining. And I will go with the A's perception completely that, okay, this organization treated me like this, and this is how I'm going to be treated over here as well. Now, of course, they need to understand and they need a shift of paradigm in their thinking. Every employee and every candidate's thinking that not every organization has same culture and not every hospital also has the same culture to follow. Because eventually, when we change families also, we have different mindsets and different cultures to follow, different norms to follow, and different paradigms to follow. What happens is an employee has to understand that they have to do a paradigm shift in their thoughts, their perceptions, and to go with a zero balance mindset that this is a new place. Though I'm not a fresher, my experience is to be used here and not my previous company's experience. And you will eventually hear every employee saying that in my past organization this was not the case, and in my previous organization this was not happening.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
this is to be done from the employee and candidates end actually, that they have to change it. They have to go with a zero mindset, only understanding that their experience is what is to be taken here and not their.
Acceptance of the new
um,
company, basically. If you
yes,
always talk
correct,
about your previous company, that means you're not going to accept the current environment, the current company. You also, the
correct,
candidate should also give the time to the to adapt the new culture. This is a vice versa,
correct,
both side.
correct,
Organization should
yes,
also understand, and the employee should also understand it.
rightly
Okay,
said,
great.
yes.
So, what is the role of motivation in this? What do you think, being an HR person, how it is important for an HR to motivate, keep the team motivation, or uh, the how it is important?
Making sure that each employee feels like family and like belonged in their organization is very important. So I believe employee engagement plays a huge role in this era today, because we have to engage them. I believe uh, employee experience is just like a marriage to me. So for example, the probation is the engagement period, that we get engaged, and then after we are getting married, and then the person gets pregnant there in the organization, meaning so comfortable that he or she is ready to produce all the results that is there with him, that he or she has learned through his life, and he or she is giving us as an organization. So engaging our employee, making them feel comfortable like family. And as an HR, employee engagement should happen initially weekly, and then monthly also, and then quarterly, and then yearly. So this kind of periodic engagement helps them understand that, okay, I belong to this organization, because each employee needs great attention. Though we say that we are not attention seekers, every employee is, even if he is probably an office boy, or even if the person is a CEO. Everyone needs attention. So giving right attention motivates them, and then giving daily motivation doses, like probably giving certain careful emails like, today it's raining, please carry your umbrellas with you if you're going out, or since it is very sunny today, please keep yourself hydrated, and keeping a water bottle, and associating with a welcome kits also to the employee helps, adds a little motivation to them, and then ultimately gives great results to our organization.
Great. Any two tips that you follow in your company for employee engagement you want to share with us?
Sure. So I have been following this since years. And of course, every HR would be doing this. But what I do is I keep checking on each employee. So what I do is I do one-on-one with each employee that I'm associated with the organization. For example, let's say my employees, not all employees are located in the same headquarters that I work with. So with each employee that are located in any situation in any part in India, I will connect with them over Zoom or Google Meet at least once a month, without any agenda, basically, just to understand how their life is going, what is going on, is there something that is bothering them, which will actually make me engage with each employee, which will make me understand and get the vibe basically of the employee, that if there is something wrong, if the employee is planning to, probably shift or looking for opportunities, I will make sure that I am connected to each employee on LinkedIn. I will keep a firm check on them, that whether how their mindsets are, what kind of posts they are putting, whether they are open to work or not. So basically being active as an HR, completely active, completely being people's person, interacting with each employee and making sure that the activities go weekly, monthly, quarterly and yearly is what I follow. And that actually helped me a lot to retain the employees in the organization and make sure that they are all motivated, and to the company intact.
Great. And what are the tools basically you are using? If you talk about something about AI, so how on an AI is helping us being an HR person, that how an AI is helping our work, making it too easier or making it difficult for us? What is your idea about it?
Right. AI has been really helpful to me because right prompts actually work for AI. So what I do is now I don't know what is going on in America or USA as an HR a professional, what new tactics they are using that I'm probably missing out. So what I do is I prompt AI to guide me through any employee engagement activities or retention activities, or mainly areas that I am probably weak at. So first understanding what I am weak at, and then I prompt AI to ask those questions that okay, please help me with employee engagement activities for my company, for this situation, or for this industry. And luckily AI helps me with a lot of ideas. It helps me with the presentations also, and ultimately your time of making the presentation, or making the emails, or putting a group email is really sorted there and there. Other things, what I take help of AI with is, certain festivities if are coming, we have actually lessened our social media, and we ask AI only to generate good images for us. So this is how I am personally using AI to, make sure that I get good ideas, good presentations, good emails structure, and then good images also.
And what
And I'm
platform
open
you
for
are using?
suggestions.
What platform you are using for employee hiring and employee retention, employee engagement? Any tools you suggest to our
For
viewers?
employee Right. So for employee hiring, I've been using Naukri.com, LinkedIn, Indeed, Shine, and Monster. Personally, Naukri and Hirist are my favorite because it has great number of employees. Though we say that Naukri is now, data driven, and, they do not have anything new, but they have everyone on Naukri.
Any ATS tool
Yes.
you are using?
ATS we are using is Zoho, and we are also following Keka sometimes. Only
Kika
for
sometimes.
application tracking, yes.
Okay.
Only Keka. Why? Because it has great tools. But other than that, we have our own application tracking system that we follow. So yeah.
Okay. And I have one more question. That biggest challenge you feel that when you hire a young employee, if in a organization there is a mixture, you will find an old employees who is working for 7 8 years in the company, and whenever you hire a new young employee in the company, so the mindset are different, right? So how will you
Hmm.
going to manage the situation sometime that an old employee can feel that, oh, he is getting leverage, why I'm mm, why we didn't get this type of leverage, as they are Gen Z, and they are not so serious about their work also. So this type of things, how you manage?
Over here, I would use one word which is called insecurity, which every employee I think holds in their employment tenure. And how I come over with employee insecurity is I design training programs at the right time, identifying with the one on ones that I have done with each employee. So, the training programs that we design, we make sure either I take it or someone from the management takes it, or we hire someone from outside to take the training programs. What happens is, first we want to ensure that they are at a level to understand that why new employees are required. Then we only ask them. For example, if you're my manager, and if you're a manager in the organization, I would come and ask you only whether Minu, we require new employees under you or not. Understanding this, and that when it comes from you as a manager, it will reduce the insecurity, because we have already trained you as a manager, and then we have given leadership programs and everything. We are also building new leaders in our own organization, where we make sure that you as a leader understand why Gen Z or why new employees are required, and then they will only take the interview and they will only decide whether this person is suitable or that person is suitable. So what I do is I just plate them with a good number of CVs in their plate, and they are the ones who take the interview and make sure that okay, this person is really required. So that employee insecurity is reduced right there and there, because it comes from them and not from me or the management.
Okay. So sometimes if you got complaints that we have hired some one new in the company, and he the like how the Gen Z are, na? So their attitude, sometimes they have attitude problems, sometimes their way of talking, sometimes following the protocols. So they are not adapted to this, and their mindset is like that, might be that they are not coping with the old generations which we are already exist in the system. So this, if you got this type of incident and this type of issue, how you going to manage?
Uh, Certainly, they have a lot of issues when they don't understand, or they are not ready to cope up with the current market scenario or the current organization trend. Again, giving them right induction, right amount of induction, right amount of training, and then giving a shadow training to them by their managers, which I've learned from my very first organization, which is called field training. So for example, if my employee is a part of a hospital, and if he or she wants to understand how things are going, and if the employee is not able to cope up, what we will do is we will keep him or her in the shadow of their manager, constant shadow, where they are going to follow exactly what the manager is doing. It is going to clearly help them to get out of that situation, and they will understand the clear set expectations from the organization's end, that this is what I'm supposed to do. Sometimes communicating does not help, but shadowing surely helps.
Right. So what training method at you find that this will work for best for the young employee?
Multiple training methods actually. Sometimes one-on-ones also help. Sometimes group training also helps. It depends on the situation basically. For example, if an employee is only lacking in few things, we have to be teachers basically sometimes. So if an employee is only lacking with few skills, we can give a one-on-one training to them. If a group of employee is lacking with something that we need to teach them through comparison, we can give a group training. And if someone is really lacking with understanding the policy of the organization, we should shadow them with their managers, or with the right kind of person who actually follows the policies of the organization, so that the other person also feels appreciated, that okay, I follow all the policies. And it is required, we can hire a counselor also from outside to make the employee understand what is the need of the hour, what is the expectations of the organizations. And during the interview, I believe there is a process that I follow is I ask them, the clear set expectations. For example, if I'm hiring a salesperson for my organization, I will ask them right there and there during the interview whether you are able to work in a situation where targets are given or not. Now, for me, interview is a process where an employee is gonna say all the goody things to us to make sure that they get shortlisted with the organization. So I take benefit of that particular situation and I ask right questions. Their expectations are set clear. So in case if they are not able to clean, the integrity is there to perform and the willingness is there to perform. So we rate them on skill and will kind of parameters, and that's how we take it ahead.
Okay. And
Sure.
what is the biggest benefit for hiring for new Gen Z?
Biggest benefit is they come with great skill set, they come with a trainable mindset, and I always prefer freshers over experienced because freshers can be easily trained, molded with our organization. And the more you engage them, the more they're going to stay with the organization. It's just that they need a reason or a logic to stay with the organization. And the greatest benefits
Even
that I believe of hiring a Gen Z is also,
we can use their
yeah.
creativity, technical skills, and adaptability also. So that is
Correct.
also one
Now,
part.
sometimes you or I might not understand the importance and usage of Chat GPT or Perplexity, for example, but they will surely know how to use it very
How
nicely
to
because
use it.
they're really trained with it, which we probably are lacking and which we need to learn. So yeah, that's a great benefit.
Yeah, if being an HR person, I think if we can create a bridge between old and new people, so if we can create a culture there where old people are ready and willing to learn with the new employees, and new employees are also ready to make the old employees, and then we will be in the same platform, and we can with their experience of the old employee and the technical skills and adaptability of the new employee, we can create a good team. Okay, thank you, Bhumi.
Correct. That's very true.
Yeah, so I
Thank you
want,
so much, Meenu.
being an HR manager or a leader, I want three simple tips from you. So every HR should follow.
Uh, Keep your team motivated, number one. Number two, make sure that you are a justified and a glorified HR because it takes a lot to be a great HR. Till now, HR was just a mediocre role that we were only known for making rangolis or probably decorating the office for balloons and
Yeah, this
everything.
is one of my
But
pain area.
now that HR has yes,
every
correct.
every
And
day
every
when I
HR must have
see
faced this.
Instagram and I see LinkedIn, people are posting only this. The HR is only good for rangoli making, managing the event. Why they forget that HR are not only for the rangolis. HR are the person who is taking care of their mental health, who is taking care of their well-being, who is taking care of the
Correct.
backbone of the company, which is human resource.
Correct. And that's what, see, this is what I have come up with. So you become a justified and a glorified HR. It takes a lot to become a glorified HR, and it is you who have to create the difference in the mindset of people that we are not here just for angolis. And sure, we have a lot of things to do, but also the one point that you just mentioned, which was going to be my third tip for everyone, is the employee and employer's mental health is in our hands. So we make sure that we are at great peace, we are with great clarity in the organization, so that we can spread clarity and mental health awareness in the organization, which is very much important.
Thank you, Bhumi. And one more question. But how do you feel when on Sunday on your holidays when you get a call from the office? What was your reaction when you get the calls for leaves and you get the calls and I'm not going to come office tomorrow, I need leave, and you have to do some manpower arrangement. How do you feel?
So personally, sometimes I have started predicting also things that, this person is gonna go on leave for next week, and he or she is gonna put this many reasons. So what I've started doing is I've started pre-planning only that if, for example, I do not have anyone in the organization, we will have some manpower planning pre-done whenever I go on Saturday before I end my day. I have this in my mind that, if this person is not going to come, I'm going to have this person, complete the manpower requirement for that particular department. I've
Okay.
started doing that because I know how it feels when you get a call on Sunday that, okay, I'm not coming tomorrow. I'm feeling very much worse and this and that.
So,
But
Bhumi,
they ultimately forget that we are also employees only.
exactly. So I'm very happy that you are here today, and we have taken a complete dive over the HR tips which you have given to us and our viewers. So don't please do follow Bhumi Trivedi and LinkedIn. Bhumi, please share. I will tag the Bhumi's LinkedIn ID at the end of the link. So please do follow the Bhumi as well as, and do not forget to follow me as well. And thank you so much, Bhumi, to be part of here. And further, I expect that we will connect more and we will create more awareness to the employee as well as and to the HR as well as.
Sure, Meenu. Thank you so much. And please do follow everyone, your channel, Meenu, and my LinkedIn as well. And I hope to connect with more people ahead.